Payne. I'm glad you're off in here, man. Appreciate you for being in here early. We in here tonight to be specific and pay tribute. We're being specific and we paying tribute. Today would be the day that we lost Mama West. You know what I mean? August 18th. A good handful of us was all together when that took place at the hospital, you know what I mean? And I know a lot of us, you know what I'm saying, around this time experience a lot of pain and sorrow, but I want y'all to be strong, you know what I mean? I want y'all to begin to remember and celebrate the lives of our loved ones that's no longer here with us. They definitely wouldn't want us sitting around being sad, you know what I mean, with our head hanging down. I believe they would want us as upbeat as we were when they were here. You know what I mean? So everybody, Mr. Maine, shout out to you, man. Everybody from the grandkids, all the family members, you know what I mean? Y'all keep y'all head up. And remember all the good stuff about, you know, our queen, Mama West. And hopefully I'll have a couple of the family members hit me up, you know what I'm saying, and express themselves. I miss her. I love her dearly. But I know she want me being strong and taking care of my business and representing and not misrepresenting. You know what I mean? So that's why I stand the way I stand, because I know Pimp and Mama and my mother will want me down here standing on my own too, representing, not misrepresenting. You know what I mean? Representing. I had a call back. I'ma do my regular do. You know what I mean? You know how it go. But we being specific tonight. We paying tribute to a queen, PimpC's mother, our mother. She called us all her babies. As grown as we were, all of us, she called us all her babies. And man, did she take care of us. Did she look out for us? Did she cook for us? You know what I mean? Did she make us all feel special? She surely did. You know what I mean? I had a caller, a close person that was around us. Please call back. But let me say this until she treated me very well. You know what I mean? She was a great quality person. She and I spent a lot of time together. Anybody who know me and know her know that she and I was always together. You know, we was making things happen. We was pushing, you know, to get situated and get a foundation for my artistry until Pimp came home. And then when Pimp did come home, we still continued. Sometimes he would get mad and he would call me Mama's boy. Oh, that's Mama's boy. I sure was. I ain't ashamed. She had me, hey, listen, she had me out there watching over him like I was a guardian angel or something. Mama used to tell me, keep him out of trouble, Heezy. I'm like, your son is Pimp C. How can I keep him out of trouble? But I did my best. I did my best. Mr. Maine. Mr. Maine say, long live the legendary queen of the trio, Mama West, Pimp C and Pops. UGK for life. Much love and respect to the entire UGK and trio fam. Mr. Maine, much love and respect to you for being a solid individual and staying down in life and in death. You're a real dude, man. You know what I mean? I'm talking about countless amount of time and years just showing love, man. God bless you, man. Straight business. God bless you, man. You know what I mean? But let me tell y'all a little bit more about Mama West from my aspect, from what I knew. And I did write it down because I was just thinking of all these great qualities that I experienced while I was how could I say, while I was amongst her. So I would say she believed in God. She always referenced God and a higher power. So she did believe in God, you know what I mean? And she cared about people. She really cared about people. She went to church. She used to take me to church sometime. We went to Brother John church a couple of times. You know what I mean? Brother John, wherever you at, we went to his church a couple of times. You know what I mean? And here's another one. She was very loving, very loving. She cared about everybody, and she was fearless. She allowed some of everybody to come to her house and sit across from her at her table and talk to her. That's a certain kind of lack of fear, to have strangers just pop up and say, hey, I want to talk to you about my music or this and that, this and that, this and that. She had an open door policy. She would let some of everybody off in there. One night, you know what I mean, I thought I was gonna have to put on my gorilla suit because somebody had came, was a little thrown off mentally, and they was making her uncomfortable. And it took a lot to make her uncomfortable because she allowed people to be whoever they were. Whoever you were, that's how she accepted you. But this dude was tripping. You know what I mean? And I took him outside and talked to him. Basically just letting him know, you on thin ice, man. I don't know if something wrong with you or whatever, but if you're gonna go back in there, you're gonna change your conduct. If not, you know what I mean? Circumstances may change it for you. And I thank God that man went back in there and put on better behavior, because somebody was finna put on some terrible behavior. But we're not here for that. You know what I mean? She was also very humble. Very humble. You know what I mean? She could have acted as if she was Pimp C's mother and act like people were beneath her. But she didn't. She treated everybody with respect. I don't care if you was the janitor at the club. She greeted you like she greeted the promoter. I don't care who you were. She treated you with the utmost respect. You know what I mean? And let's see what else we got here. Oh, those who knew, she was an educator, and she was very educated. She would lose you if you was ignorant. She would lose you in the conversation with her choice of words. She taught me some words. You know what I mean? Now don't get me wrong. She had a whole different batch of words, but she had these other very intellectual words she used, and it was almost like I was at school sometime because she'll say something and she'll use a word, and I'll be like, "Hold up, stop right there. What that mean?" You know what I mean? And one of her favorite words she used to like to use was advantageous. You know what I mean? And she'd be rocking in her chair and she'd throw that word out there and I'd be like, hold up, what that mean? So yeah, she was very well educated. You know what I mean? And let's see what else we got here. Okay, everybody gonna agree on this. Everybody who put their boots up under that table will tell you she was one heck of a cook. She was a great cook. I got to dine all the time. You know what I mean? Smothered chicken. Her German chocolate cake, she called it that nigger German chocolate cake. I don't know why. I don't know why. But that song bitch, hey, that song bitch was good, man. Hey, look, man. That bitch was so moist. And she made everything from scratch. And anybody who done went over there who got a piece of that nigga German chocolate cake will tell you straight business. I ain't lying. Anybody will tell you. And look, that baked chicken in that oven, collapsing in that gravy and that chicken juice in that pan roasting. I'm talking about meat falling off the bone, man. I'm talking about chicken tastes like cotton candy on some chicken side. But that's just a few of the dishes. Rice dressing, and everybody who was on the road with us, and everybody who came to the house during family time, big, huge pots of gumbo with everything in it. Everything in it. We run out of rice, she cooked some more rice. And she called it that juice. Pimp called it that juice. Edgar called it that juice. I just ate it. I just ate it. You hear me? And so we're going to move on to her loving people. Her having a love for people. She had a genuine love for people. She was very caring, very concerned about others. And that was part of her accepting so many different people in her home to see if she could be of some kind of asset to them in whatever endeavor they may have been dealing with, be it if it was music or writing or acting or poetry, whatever it is. She felt like she wanted to hear what they was talking about, and if she had a number in her Rolodex that she could link them to, she would. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't move like that. So we lost some very great people, and that's why you see us celebrate them all the time, because they were special people. You know what I mean? Not saying that everybody ain't special, but these people that I knew, you know what I mean, they were special. And she definitely was special. And we're going to move right along. Okay. Anybody who hung around can agree to this and attest to this also. She loved to laugh. She loved to find humor where sometimes there was pain. was sometime that was stress and strain, she could find humor, and we would laugh. And we would laugh like children. We would laugh out loud, belly aching, minutes at a time, hours at a time, having a great time, just laughing and having fun, taking care of one another, making sure everybody was okay. Everybody ate. Everybody was okay. Did anybody need anything? You know what I mean? That's the type of structure we had. That's why it was such a family structure. Because we wasn't just hearing your problems and be like, oh, that's just you. No, we would come together like a culture and try to figure out how we could resolve whatever situation either one of us had. You know what I mean? If you brought it to the table. And let's see what else. I said, okay, she was very accepting of people. Very accepting of people. I stressed that. Cause boy, look here. I'm paranoid. Sitting in a deep sweat, thinking. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna keep on going. And I said she treated everyone with respect. Oh, here's another thing you may not knew, but a lot of us knew. She was outspoken. If she had something to say, trust me, she was gonna say it. She was gonna say it. You know what I mean? And she was gonna say it how she said it. So she was very outspoken. She was very patient also. If she cared about you, or if you was a stranger, she had patience. She had a lot of patience. You know what I mean? And she believed in her people. She wasn't in a hurry about nothing. And she wasn't materialistic. She wasn't materialistic at all. She didn't care about money. She cared about people. That's valuable. You know what I mean? Let me see. Oh, very supportive. And like I just said, being very supportive, and we appreciate none of your business. And to that phony Tupac that was threatening my precious mama, R.I.P. Mama West, long live Pimp Chad, salute Heezy. Hey, yeah, I just got off the phone with Big Mitch. Hey, Big Mitch, get well. You know what I mean? And we'll talk soon. We'll talk soon. We was texting, you know what I mean? But salute to Big Mitch and all the UGK fam, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, she was very supportive, and she was very loyal. And what I mean by loyal, she stood by your side, right or wrong. If you were right, she was by your side. If you was wrong, she was by your side. But she was gonna tell you once you got to the house, you was wrong. But in public, she wasn't gonna put you out there like that. She was gonna ride with you till the wheels fall off. And she wasn't big in stature. She was a very small lady, but she was fearless. She used to be in arenas sometime, and I used to have different people covering her and shielding her, blocking her, so people just couldn't get to her. You know what I mean? But she didn't care. You know what I mean? Oh, baby, let them through. Yeah, man. She was a beautiful person, man, and very open-minded. This next thing I'm fixing to say, you had to be close to know this. One of her favorite rap artists was Willie D. And one of her favorite songs from Willie D was Bald Head Hoes. And I'm going to say this, and I hope the caller call back. She loved her baby. She loved her some Chad, I'm talking about to the moon. And they were inseparable. I love to see them interact. You know what I mean? I love to see them talk and engage. It was beautiful, you know, her only child. And she waited all that time for him. And it ain't always was peaches and cream. It was a mother and son relationship, but it was special. You know what I mean? And he had a whole lot of brothers. And as she called us, his mother had a whole lot of babies. He was an only child, but he had a whole lot of brothers and sisters. And that's incredible. And that's very special. You know what I mean? Uh, she also loved her grandkids. All of them. All three of them. All three of them. All three of them. She treated all three of them special. You know? She wished she could have spent more time with one. You know what I mean? But she loved them all equally. And she treated the boys like they were her sons. She used to cook big chickens for Chad Jr. And I get there and I smell it. I'd be like, what time that's gonna be done? And she'd be like, nigga, I'll make you something else. That's for Chad. I say, it's a whole chicken. She said, yeah, the whole chicken heads. She'd rather make me something else instead of give me a piece of Chad chicken. Straight business. And like I said, she called us all her babies. And anybody around us know that. Niggas 50 some years old, she called them her baby. You know what I mean? All the promoter friends, everybody know this. You know what I mean? And also, I'm gonna wrap up with this. She treated her pets also like they were her babies. I was fortunate to meet her Cocker Spaniel, Sadie. And I was also fortunate to meet Edgar the dog. Now, Edgar the dog, let me say this. Sadie was a very rich, well-pampered Cocker Spaniel that she fed so much to where Sadie started to look like a blowed up balloon. The dog looked like a play dog. It would wobble around. But Sadie was round that bitch, well groomed, hair done, nails done, eating good, lazy than a summer bitch. She'll go to barking at some shit, but she wasn't gonna do shit. You know, she waiting on that next meal. Now Edgar the dog, he was different. He go hunting a little bit, go catch him a couple rabbits and shit. He'll bring them back and show you, hey, this is what I got. And it was cool when he caught a couple rabbits. But sometimes the summer bitches go get some possums and some snakes and all kind of shit. And it began to become creepy. And then the nigga had human eyes. The nigga had human eyes. The nigga be acting like a dog, but then the nigga be looking at you and shit like he understand what you saying. Edgar the dog was a creepy motherfucker. Straight business. Straight business. Let me see what's happening. But yeah, man, that's how it went down with my family. And like I say, she was a beautiful lady that really cared about everybody. And I'm gonna try to get a couple folks on the line to express themselves. Let me see who off in here. And we got some people off in here. We got Marcus Payne came through here. And he came in here early, showing love. Mr. Maine came through. Okay, Big Mitch is off in here. He would be on the phone, but he ailing right now. And he gonna shake back real quick. Jury Herman or Hammonds, my bad. Jury Hammonds. She have a cousin named similar to that, you know. Yeah. She was very trill. Yeah, we gonna stay strong and we gonna represent Big Mitch. We gonna keep on representing, you know what I mean? Little Rock, yeah. Hey, I appreciate you, Jury. Yeah, yeah. Take it 3 times daily. Hold on, Mitch. You talking about this here 3 times daily? I take that boy about 2 times. I take that boy about 2 times. I take one in the morning and one at the end of the night. But yeah, let me see. Jay, I wonder why Bun B don't say nothing about PimpC. Everybody handle things different. Nobody's the same. You know what I mean? I'm sure he got love for all of us. But everybody handle things different. When I talk to him, we talk how we talk. You know what I mean? But this channel right here is never a Bun B slander channel. He's a Leo, is never a Bun B slander nigga. Bun B my brother from Port Arthur, Texas. I fight with the nigga, not against the nigga. It's how we rockin', PA. I fight with Big Mitch and all that too, shit. Nigga, we from a small ass town from Port Arthur. We had to stick the motherfucking together. You know what I mean? Kayla K. Kayla K. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I ain't doing no tripping. Yeah, Sherlock. Mama was cooking that Ida's food all the time. All the time. Yeah. Respect from Kendrick Wynn. And we got V Trill. We got V Trill off in here. Long live Mama West. And we got Big Steve O already. And we got Crystal Renee coming through with the big $4 soup chat. And we appreciate that. Mama West will be missed. She was a close friend and a family member. Rest in power. Amen. And Alvin Peoples. Now, Texas Trill. Now, you know if she was close to you, right? How accurate was I? How accurate was I? You know what I mean? From my little old spiel, how accurate was I? Because I believe I hit it. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Very accurate. Let me see if I can get. There we go. Hello. I'm good. How about yourself? Okay. Right now I'm on live, and I was just expressing some beautiful words about Mama West, and just asking everybody, to honor her and be strong and represent like she would want us to. You know what I mean? But if you don't mind, I'm gonna put you on live, okay? All right. This is Miss Ronda Forrest. She was always with Mama. She was co-managing her child, Trilla Trey, and Young Pimp as the Underground Kids, which they grown now. But the floor is yours.
Well, today is a rough day for all of us, but we making it through. The boys are cool, and they still pushing through. Triller Trey's still doing his thing. Corey is on vacation writing right now and making it happen. And we just miss Mama. Everything she taught us, everything she mentored us to be, and then some. And we're still standing together as a unit.
I appreciate all the beautiful moments we had and the laughter, and they get me through a lot of times because I ain't gonna say I'm such a loner, but I spend a lot of time alone. But when I reflect on all them good times we had, I find myself just laughing out loud, man.
You can't help but laugh out loud because we had some good times.
Right. Most
We
definitely.
had some good times. We could be in a hotel and have 5 or 6 rooms, a room for everybody, but we all end up in the same room.
With a gumbo at.
Where the juice at.
What the juice was. See? Everybody called it that juice. Hey, you know what? I didn't have a good time at the club. I didn't have a good time until we got back to the hotel.
That was the best time. I mean, I wasn't with you, a lot of time, all the times y'all was with Pimp and everything on the road, but on the back end with just the boys. I mean, after they performed somewhere, and then after that, man, we had more fun at the hotel than we did at the show.
And that's what I'm talking about because for me at the show, it was pretty much work. It was pretty much a tense focus, you know what I mean? And then it was almost like being deployed. Appreciate that soup chat. Who that is? Jace Steves. Hey, we appreciate you. It almost felt like we was being deployed when we would get booked and y'all would put together, the travel arrangements and everything. And I always felt like I'm not gonna feel relieved until the night is over and everybody has made it back to the hotel. You know what I mean?
And that makes a lot of sense because, y'all were older, but even with the, like, Corey and Trey, it was like, I'm at a show with Mama, but at the same time, I felt like I was security.
Yeah, because you
And then
just you just was gonna you had the mother instinct. You wanted to protect them and you wanted to protect her.
that was it. And then we couldn't relax till you got back to the room.
See, a lot of people don't know that. I never really told people that because while you there, you got that smile on and you acting like you having a good time. But in reality, shit, it's a tense moment because everybody who coming ain't coming to cheer you on.
Right? And then that was the biggest thing, and then especially, knowing Mama and, kind of at towards the end and she's sick and still trying to make the show and be there. And we trying to make sure you don't grab her, pull her or whatever, just hold up. What you want, let me know. I'll get it for you. And it's a lot of those pictures. I stayed out of most of the pictures because I took them.
Right.
And
I know how that go.
that was cool with me because I wanted to be able to see her in the pictures, see her smiling and see her doing what she was doing. And those pictures just, they mean the world now.
I don't want to make you sad, but I want to mention this because when I saw it, it made sense to me after the fact. Um, y'all, I believe was in Houston maybe, and I think Two Chains maybe had bought on stage, and I think you maybe snapped a picture. She had a baseball cap on or whatever.
Yeah. I remember coming to that show. We parked by downtown by the Federal Bank Reserve.
Okay.
And we're there. And then she said, let me get Cash on the phone. It wasn't Chains because Chains was already on stage. And Cash got us in some kind of way, sent a security guard in the golf cart to come get us. And it was me, Mama, Pops, and the boys.
R.I.P.
Well,
Pops.
R.I.P. Pops. And the golf cart didn't have enough room for Pops. So Pops said, y'all go ahead. I'm going to hang out here. I'll be all right. I'm going to make my way to y'all. And
He was a soldier.
Out. He was a soldier. He would stand back and let us go many a times. Just so he could drive us there, make sure we were safe, and drive us back.
Appreciate that soup chat. Sorry about that. Appreciate that soup chat, Brandon. Go ahead.
And then, so we got to the golf cart and we got to the stage. When we got to the stage, we seen Cash. Cash was Chain's manager at the time.
Okay.
So Chain stage and everything, and we get to the back of the stage. I mean, we took a couple pictures of her with I think it was one of the DJs and somebody else that was back there. But then when Chains turned around from his show, he seen her and stopped his whole show, brought Mama on stage, introduced her to everybody. He introduced the boys and turned around. He was like, Two Chainz used to take all the pictures with the crowd behind him.
Yeah.
So he's like, Mama, you're going to take this one with me. This for the pimp. And grabbed Mama and took that picture with her and everything. And I took one from the side. He took one on his Instagram too.
Okay, so he had that picture taken.
He had the picture. He had one picture taken, and I took a picture too.
Okay,
and it
good.
was like we were both pretty much standing by each other, so it was almost the same picture.
Okay.
And we did that, and then Mama walked off stage, and then Chains had this song he would do after every show. It was a tribute to the Pimp.
Okay, yeah, I know which one.
Yeah, and he would do that song after every show, and he did that song for Mama while she stood right there on stage with him, rocking from side to side. And after that, he finished his little show. We stood in the background, and we let him finish his show. Then when he got off, we sat there, we talked, we changed for about good 20 minutes behind the stage and everything. And he took a bunch of pictures with him and Mama. I don't know where all those pictures at or who was taking them, but you know, it was a good day. That was a good day. That was in July, and Mama passed this, you know, today in August.
Right.
Yeah.
But when I looked at the picture, I'm not even gonna go there. We're gonna stay upbeat. Can you like okay, I'm gonna say this. I saw Chain show a lot of love to Mama, different cities, different events, and he was also at the hospital. And I know you've seen like a lot of the individuals, the artists that showed her love. And I would rather you know, tell the people who some of those people are. I gotta say Trey the Truth, then you can go after that.
Well, we know Trey the Truth. Trey the Truth was right there holding her hand. When she first, you know, was getting ready to go in the hospital, I had a list that she handed me. She handed me a list with like 10 people names on it. And something happened. If she have to be incubated or whatever, you know, call these people. And 3 of those people were like some childhood friends or hers and everything like that. And the rest were artists. 2 Chainz was being one of them, of course. And the minute I called Chainz and let him know, hey, Mama not doing too hot. You might want to shoot here. This was going on. And I think he had a show. He was in Austin, Texas, of all places.
Oh, so yeah. Okay, he was near.
He was close. He was close. And they drove. He drove straight there and was right there at the hospital. And
when he pulled up, I seen him coming down the sidewalk. I say, looked like 2 Chainz. Then as he got closer, he had that little kind of like a thin hoodie on.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people don't know what Mama did for Chainz. Before Chainz made his break, he was at a Trey Day show. I want to say 2011 maybe, 12, maybe 11.
Did he have the Atlanta Hawks jersey on?
He had that Atlanta Hawks jersey on.
Yeah, we would have.
That Trey Day, he was going to perform somewhere else, and I don't think he was getting what he was supposed to get. So Pops was driving when we brought Mama to the bus to meet with the promoter. And all I know is Chainz left getting about 10 figures more than what he was originally getting after Mama got him, talked to him, and from there, he went up. And it's not a time that I can tell you that I didn't have to bring Mama to Western Union. Like, yeah. He was sending money. He was always sending something for the boys. Slim Thug was another one.
Appreciate that, Jesus Trevino. Appreciate that. Soup chat. But go ahead. So we got Slim 2 Chainz.
Was another one that always Slim Thug would always come through. He never missed a Christmas.
Y'all hear that?
Birthday. Of course, you know, we always know Trey the Truth was right there like another son. She called Trey the Truth Pretty Eyes. So when I see him,
she say Trey had pretty eyes.
Yeah, that was his nickname for. That was her nickname for.
What the?
Don't ask me. I mean, you know, she loved her Trey. So, and when I see Trey, I be, hey, pretty eyes. You know, he just smiled.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see how you doing it. So look, 2 Chainz kept it trill. Trey kept it 2 trill and still is. And Slim Thug, keep on going.
It was Slim Thug would call all the time. Willie D, Lil Flip would always send stuff and do stuff and call all the time. And let me think.
Paul Wall.
Oh, definitely Power Wow. We was always at like his kid's birthday party. They was the same age with the boys. So we would always plug up something with Power Wow. Definitely Power Wow. And she loves her some Kirko.
Little young Kirko.
Little young Kirko bangs. Kirko would call all the time too. And Snoop was another one that when Snoop finally did come to Beaumont and the boys got to open up for Snoop in Beaumont, she sat on that bus. We talked with Snoop for about 3.5 hours.
Yeah. Pimp was close
And
to
that's
Snoop.
Found out Pimp has a whole album with Snoop. He did before he passed away. And Snoop is just, he'll never release it. He's gonna keep it.
He was also close to Warren G.
Definitely Warren G, but of course it was also, who else would call? It was E40 would call, and she would talk about E40. She was really she really liked E40.
What about Gip? Gip used to call and check on him.
Gip called sometimes. I remember Gip calling. That used to be funny conversations when she would talk to Gip. She'd be cracking up laughing talking to Gip.
Because Gip had that damn Georgia ass accent. I used to didn't understand shit he was saying.
She would say, "Boy, what you say? Say that again." You know, it would be funny talking with her talking.
Oh, cool ass Gip.
David Banner would call sometimes.
Yeah. We can't forget about Banner. Banner used to call and meet us too and have us out. I think the last time we seen Banner, we met him in San Antonio, maybe.
Yeah, so definitely it was David Banner, and I feel like I'm forgetting. Of course, Too Short. Anytime Too
I was
Short
just thinking.
When Too Short came in, he would call, "Mama, you need something," and this and that. And then after Too Short, Jay Prince called all the time to check on her. Jay Prince would, if something happened or something broke in the kitchen, the pipe, whatever it was, Jay Prince would always come through and look out. And we know
Red Boy.
Oh man, Red Boy was the go-to.
Yeah, she always talked to him.
If it was anything or any show or anywhere she wanted to send me, the boys, you, anybody, any of us, like call Red Boy, he'll be at the gate, y'all in. And you know, that was always her go-to, was Red Boy. And you know, that was it was so many that really just came through and just looked out that I know that called on a regular, because it got to a point where she was getting so sick to the point where she wasn't in the kitchen no more. She wasn't in that kitchen anymore. If you know, you know.
Right.
And for Mama to be not sitting in the kitchen, it was a rough one.
Yeah.
She just in her room, so it got to the point where she was teaching me how to cook, how she wanted to eat. And, you know, and then she would be in the back, so I fixed the food and bring it to the back and have everything for her. But people were still calling, having no idea she was sick as she was, and just talking to them, and you would have never known.
I didn't know. You told me.
No, she was like, if they ain't been coming by or calling or come and check on me, I don't want them to start feeling sorry for me now. And that's kind of how she was just, you know, approaching the whole situation. Like she didn't even want to tell Corey. She didn't want the boys to know. She didn't want them to worry. She just didn't want anyone to worry. It was to the point where she would be like, "Baby, you don't have to do this." I'm like, "Mama, I don't have nowhere else to be but right here with you, so don't worry about it. What you want?" You know, and to the point where I didn't even know what my living room looked like anymore. And it didn't matter because God put me there to look after her.
Yeah. We really needed you there, because when she went to the hospital, I think it was pneumonia or something.
Yeah, she went in the hospital with the pneumonia, but you know, about 6-7 months before she passed away, the doctor told her she had 6 months.
See, that's what she didn't tell nobody.
That's what she wouldn't tell nobody. And Pops came out the room crying. I was standing in the hallway, and I heard him. And then when I walked in the room, she just looked at me. She said, "Don't you say a word." And I said, "Mom, I'm not." She said, "Don't tell nobody nothing. We gonna keep moving like we've been moving. If you can be my arms and my legs, we gonna go to these shows and we gonna make happen what we gonna make happen." So about a month after that, or 2 months after that, she felt a little better. We called ourselves driving to Baton Rouge. You remember we went to Baton Rouge? No, that was Mississippi. We went to the show in Mississippi for what it was, Pop's birthday, her birthday, I forgot. And when we left the show in Mississippi, we were supposed to meet T.I. on the way back in Baton Rouge. But Mama got sick on the way back. And she wanted to present you, the boys, the label as a whole, to T.I. to let her know what she was working on. And she also wanted to let Barry Wise know what she was working on. She also had the Tara thing under wraps, with her.
Oh, Tara starring.
She had Tara under wraps with her. She was presenting to T.I. Keezy. She was presenting, everybody that she was working with, the young Muhammad, any of the older guys. Like, I wasn't really focused on y'all pretty much.
Right.
Pretty focused on the boys. Like, whatever y'all was doing. And I was just like, let me focus on the kids or whatever. I can do that. I don't know the history and too much of what, you guys, the older guys were doing. So that's kind of...
Who you calling old?
This dude named Hezeleo.
Look at me.
So I just focused on that part, and I didn't really, I just stayed in my lane. I tried to anyway.
That was all good.
And Big Bub, and them, like, those are people that she wanted to let T.I. listen to this package that she had. But most so, she told Barry Wise, which is, what's the label?
It was Jive.
It was Jive, but then Barry started his own label. And then she told Barry that she had a package for him she wanted to get to him. And the day she passed away at the hospital, that morning, it was 11:01 when she passed. And I want to say about 1:30, Barry called her phone because I had her phone in my hand.
I remember.
And he handed me that phone, and she was like, "Everything you need to know and everybody you need to get in touch with is in this phone." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, Mama, I don't know these people, but whatever." And that was it. Oh, Barry was over Def Jam at the time.
Oh, he had switched to Def Jam?
Yeah, Barry had switched to, he was the president of Def Jam at the time. And Barry happened to call, and I told Barry, I was like, "Barry, Mama just passed." He was like, "Do you have any idea where the package is? She's supposed to get to me or whatever." I said, "I'm going to go through everything, and I'm going to try to find it and get everything to you." And I still have yet to do that for Barry. So maybe one day we all need to get together and put a package together and get everything over to Barry. I mean, that's something we just need to work on, because, I mean, I can still call him. I can still email him. And, we got that plug. I've just never really just used anything.
When Young Pimp get out, we're gonna polish them boys up, and we're gonna launch them young boys. I'ma still make my country rap tunes, but the focus
Your
gonna be
is jamming, baby. Your country rap tune.
Thank you. We're gonna push them boys. I'm ready to put my trill slippers in the sand, but I appreciate you calling in, and I started getting a little emotional, so I'm gonna go and get off here.
I know, right? Let's just keep our spirits up today and remember the good times we had with Mama.
Yes, ma'am. And I love you.
I love you too, baby.
I'll talk to you soon.
All right, definitely.
Bye-bye. Yeah, man. It's a lot when you go back down through there. It's a lot. You know what I mean? But we're gonna stay up. Salute to Ronda, Angie, little Angie, Young Pimp, hold your head up, you know what I mean? The whole UgkPosse, the whole UGK record family, just the fans, everybody. Much love to y'all, man. But hold on, I was about to get off. I hope Ed,
Yes, sir.
Ronda almost had me shedding tears. I was about to get off, so I'm gonna let you go.
I saw you.
Huh?
I saw you. I was looking at it.
Oh, she started talking about toward the end, man. I went to seeing that shit,
Yeah, for real.
man. Hey, but hey, y'all, we got Edgar on the boat. We got Eddie Rabbit off in this thing, man. Hey, man, take us up. Take us up.
Say, man, look, I like Pimp used to say, Eddie Rabbit, trick off of kids. Eddie still living lavish.
Amen.
But, right now, I just want to pay homage to Mama.
Amen.
Mama was a mama to everybody. Mama was a mama to the ones who Mama didn't want them.
Huh?
She filled that void. She filled that void for everybody. Anybody who came to her house, she was their mama at that time. I was sitting here. I was thinking about some of the fun times we had and some of the real off the chain times we had. It was the anniversary of Pimp death.
Okay.
This lady called 102. What was that radio station in Port Arthur with Jazzy Red?
102.5.
102.5. And I guess I was kind of messy. I was like, Mama, they jamming in Houston. All you hear is Pimp.
Right.
Say, but I ain't heard 102. I ain't heard shit in Port Arthur. So she called the radio station. His direct number, she called. And say, Jazzy Red, she was on that Moscato. In that little chair in the kitchen, twirling around.
Yeah.
Jazzy, why y'all not playing my baby? So he must have said the program director got such and such going on. She's like, Jazzy, I need you to grip your nuts and play my baby.
Yeah.
Jazzy got real fly with her, and next thing I heard was, Jazzy, fuck you.
Exactly.
We started a goddamn fuck 102.5 campaign.
I remember that. That. V Trill, hey, appreciate that super chat, man. Yeah, Ed, hey, I remember that.
Yeah, man, that shit was crazy.
Hey, somebody, I don't know who it was, but they put like Jazzy Red on the picture. They put a stop. Not what's that sign? It's red.
I did that. Yeah, I did that shit.
What's that sign called?
It was like goddamn. I guess it was a zero, but across it.
You know like, the symbol for like block. Yeah. Hey.
That shit, boy.
But
man, look, one time, it was, I don't know, you was there because you was performing. I don't think you knew what was going on. But we was all on stage. So the DJ, he was in Beaumont.
Okay.
The DJ girlfriend was drunk. And she looked at Mama. She didn't know who she was, apparently. So she was looking out and she said, wait. So Laura, who was with Mama, came up to me like, Ed, this woman just called Mama a bitch.
What?
And she's like, and I'm like, what? So before the show got started, I went to the bar, got me about 2 shots of Patron, and I grabbed the mic. And I said, hey, for that, I did a Rick James. I was feeling myself. I felt like I was Rick James that night. I grabbed the mic and I said, for that bitch right there, who called that little lady a bitch, that's PimpC mama, bitch.
Huh?
They had so many chicks in the front stage wanted to come up stage and whip that chick.
Damn.
The DJ came up to me and was like, man, what are you talking about? I'm like, shit, I'm talking about that bitch right there. And that's my baby mama. So I'm thinking like, okay, I done called this nigga gal a bitch to his face. He started apologizing. I'm like, this is an old hoe ass nigga.
I didn't know nothing about it.
Yeah, man. That the lady boy. Look, you remember I just talked about this shit on the dining. You remember Mama's birthday party when we did all that barbecue?
At Pimp House or at Mama House?
At Mama House.
Okay, yeah.
That shit was off the chain. We had so many people in there, and it was like one of them good old fashioned parties. Pimp brought out W.L. Wellers and Schlitz.
Yeah, tomorrow we gonna drink Schlitz beer.
Yeah, and that was pretty much like a tribute for all the old folk we grew up. Cause that's all the niggas drank was Schlitz. Not Schlitz small liquor, but that Schlitz.
Right. That's why we was drinking that shit.
Yeah, and W.L. Wellers. That's all. That was for them old folk who raised us. That's all they drank.
Right, and that shit was good. It was cold, so fuck it.
Yeah, but I think the most hurtful thing that to this day when I think of it, it hurt me to my heart to see her like this. When we were at the Ozone Award, and she was in the room by herself, and she got the word her mama died. And I remember, I don't know if it was you or Truck, but one of y'all picked her up and carried her all the way back to her room. And that woman was a G to come out that same night, right after she got the word that her mama passed, and stand strong to be there for a tribute for her baby.
Yeah, we finished that whole event, then had to go bury her mom.
Yeah.
Man, we was on that floor right next to the radio station, and she got that news. We was sitting there talking to Wendy Day.
Yeah.
We was sitting at the merch table talking to Wendy Day.
Yeah. But that just showed how strong as a woman she was. She endured so much. She lost her. She was only child. Pimp was only child. She lost her only child. Held it together for everybody. She lost her mama. Held it together for everybody. And they never missed a beat. They don't make that shit no more. Nobody. They don't make women like that anymore.
No, not cook like that either.
Nah, what? Hey, to this day, I wish I would have learned how to make that cornbread dress. The only one person I knew who watched it and learned, she'd have forgot how to make it. Remember Anne Marie, who used to work with Jive?
Yeah, I didn't get to spend too much time with her, but I remember her.
Yeah, man, she could make the dressing, but she forgot.
Hey, but I need you to bring these boys that Trill story about them. I ain't gonna say, but you know what I'm talking about. That candy. Don't even say.
Ooh, okay.
They read it. They been telling me what them Trill stories that he's.
It's coming. I'm barbecuing on September 5th. I got a little event going on for my organization, and I'm gonna be on that pit smoking something.
Okay, and what's the name of that the new label that you working at now?
C2R Media Co. and C2R Music Group. Check us out.
Okay, definitely. Hey man, I love you and I appreciate you calling in.
Yes, sir. Here's one more little plug. Show you the type of shit we doing over there. The owner of the label, her album just went 1.8 million streams.
Wow.
Black owned, woman, ain't but 30 years old. It's the Motown of the South.
Let's do it.
Yes, sir.
I'll talk to you soon.
Keep doing your thing.
Appreciate you, man.
Peace.
Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all soup chatting. Hey, we still all tied in. We still all connected. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Hold on, I ain't gonna disinfect my people. Let me see who's off in here. Let me see. Deb's Head, rest in peace to the queen. Mama West, man. She raised some real true Trill soldiers. For sure. Let me see. Who that is? John Codeine. We had V-Trill coming in here. V-Trill 225 with the big soup chat. You know what I'm saying? Sherlock was in here. Deb's Head was in here. Mr. Lawton TV was in here. John Codeine again. Jesus Trevino, you know what I mean? We had Brandon Tillery off in this thing. We had who that is? Jay Stees came through here. Big Tyke, you know what I'm talking about? Big Trill Flanagan, Texas Trill Flanagan. Crystal came through. Texas Trill came through. Alvin Peoples came through. Big Steve-O came through. You know what I mean? We had Kendrick Wynn up in this thing. We had None Your Business saying, mind your business with the big soup chat. Sherlock came through. You know what I mean? Big Mitch, you know what I'm saying? Original UGK, the founder, you know what I mean? Even Jay came through and Mr. Main came through and Kayla K came through. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, Mr. Main had the big soup chat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Jury Harmon came through. Yeah. Okay, that's what it is. And say, Marcus Payne was the first one in this thing. It's your boy Hezeleo. It is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. And it's going to do what it's going to do. Long live the pimp and Mama West. Free young pimp. It's UGK for life over here. Yeah, yo.